Now, David, we mentioned Jazz Chisholm not having the exact greatest time in the
It
home
was
run derby
horrible. Stop it.
with
It
only
was horrible.
3 home runs.
It was brutal.
Oh, whoa! What's going on? All of a sudden, you moved?
Right, exactly. Moved around. They were actually going to go do some work outside, so here I am.
Okay, fair enough. Better off. We don't have.
It's so hard. I would rather be in my office, be perfect, everything perfect. It's being a dad. This is what you got to do.
Yeah. I don't have that, unfortunately. Okay, so anyway, we started talking about Jazz Chisholm, and he had a brutal showing. Only 3 home runs in the home run derby. And nobody really looks at Jazz Chisholm as a home run guy, but I can certainly understand why he entered the home run derby. What did you think about Jazz entering the home run derby, and would you have done it if you were Jazz?
Getting into it again, obviously go to the short. We talked about this on the short right when he got announced. I thought it was the dumbest idea ever. Didn't understand it. Didn't make any sense. And we'll talk about this a little bit more too with Kyle Stowers. Is it Stowers? Who ended up hitting in the swing off at the end of the home run derby. That guy who you had never heard of. Almost 90% of Major League Baseball people listening to this, any fans, have never heard of him. He had more home runs than Chisholm in a much, and again, much harder ballpark to hit home runs in. The easiest ballpark, the easiest place to hit home runs is as a lefty in Yankee Stadium. We all know it. It's the easiest place in the world. And he's mediocre. He does it mediocrely. It's horrible. People talk about how this, like, oh, he's a fun, exciting player you want to watch. I don't think anybody sees him as fun and exciting anymore. I think it becomes a headache when you see him getting thrown out of baseball games for strike calls that are obvious strike calls or like half an inch off the strike zone. And you're like, it just becomes exhausting. And he's not this enjoyable player that Major League Baseball keeps trying to shove down your throat. He has a big smile and he wears swag. That doesn't make it fun. There's a big difference between that and other players who are fun to watch and exciting and bring enjoyment to the game and aren't like just constantly finding little negatives or getting on social media and finding negatives about people and posting things about umpires or whatever about the game. I don't get it. He had 17 home runs, a big deal. He's 20-something in the league, 27th in the league in home runs. I mean, you're telling me 25 other players or 22 other players already said no? That is BS. They jumped it, and they've been trying to sell him ever since they put him on the MLB the show cover. They've been trying to sell him as this player we all have to pay attention to. And back then, I get it. He was young, exciting. We didn't know what was going to happen. And then it became mediocre. And he's having a decent season. Let that be a decent season. There's so many other players that I would have rather seen than Jazz Chisholm, because you're sitting there going, this isn't. And like people online trying to tell me like that, oh, he's got a perfect swing for this. This is going to be great and exciting. You saw exactly what it was.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. In that ballpark, if you give me that many swings, I'm going to get a home run.
Yeah.
I'm going to add 43 years old with a bad hip. I'm going to get one. I guarantee that. He got 3, and he actually does this for a living. Like, I hate it. I thought it was dumb to begin with, and it proved itself to be dumb.
Yes, it was dumb, but I understood why he took up the challenge because it's good for his Q rating.
From his standpoint, totally different. You don't even get to argue that. From him, okay. Hell yeah. You say yes. If Major League Baseball came to me and said, we're going to ask you a home run derby, I'd laugh at him. And then I'm saying, hell yes. And I'm going to go in that batting cage and train every single day with bloody, blistered hands to try to not make a fool out of myself. Right. But I'm saying, hell yes. And for him, yeah, but they keep handing things on like the silver platter to him and want to elevate him to this other level. And he just keeps finding ways to not take that challenge.
My biggest problem with the home run derby is just the entrants that are in there. You know, I like to relate things when it comes to marketing of baseball. I like to relate it to the WWE. So when in the WWE, you have good guys, baby faces, and you have heels, bad guys. You look at the guys that were in the home run derby, they were neither. They don't push the needle. They don't evoke any sort of emotion for me. Brent Rooker, fine player. I like Brent Rooker, but I am a hardcore baseball fan. The average 16-year-old kid in St. Louis has no idea who Brent Rooker is. They don't have like, "Ooh, I don't like him." And they don't have the, "Yay, I can't wait to see Brent Rooker." So what is the point of having a guy like that in there? You need to get the big names. And if you can't get the big names, I have a solution. But tell me what you think about the field this year and the emotion that it evokes in you, David.
I actually, in general, like the field. I think we have two arguments here. There's a Major League Baseball problem that they can't get the top guys in. I get Aaron Judge has done it before, Ohtani's done it before, but they should be doing it again. This is what made the 90s baseball so fun, is that the top dudes did the top things constantly. They were always in the home run derby. Maybe their time has passed a little bit, but Cal Raleigh, Eugenio Suarez, you should get Schwarber in there, or even a Pete Crow Armstrong. Like these guys, you got to go straight at the top of the list down. And I need the top guys. If I can't get a Judge Ohtani, that's fine. We can live with it. But I love James Wood being in it. I love Junior Caminero. I think Junior Caminero's hit one of the most exciting home runs ever in baseball history when they showed the Dominican series, the Caribbean series home run. That's so fun. I understand Alonso not doing it. He's already back-to-back champion with the COVID year in between. Buxton, cool. Like Buxton's one of our young I can't call him young anymore.
Yeah,
he's a superstar, just can't stay on the field. And so there's names on this list. I love O'Neal Cruz. And if they would have Ellie De La Cruz, dude, awesome. You knew he was going to hit balls harder than anybody in the history of the home run derby, and almost farther than anybody in the history. That's so cool. I like it. It's just outside of Cal Raleigh, and I loved them putting Brent Rooker in it. You might not have liked it. I know he doesn't move the needle, but he's a player that if he's a New York Yankee, he's a superstar. If he's a New York Yankee, he's an MVP candidate. If he's a Dodger, everybody in the world knows his name. He's just an A. That's the only thing stopping him from being a superstar in Major League Baseball is the team he plays for. So I love that they elevated to that level. I love that they took a James Woods. I love a Junior Caminero. I love that they took a Byron Buxton. I like that they took a lot of these guys. Who else am I missing anybody else in there?
No.
That they took. The Chisholm,
Jazz.
Wood, Brooker, Raleigh. Matt Olson. Matt Olson. Dude, this guy was a home run champion a couple years ago.
Yeah.
In the National League. He had the most home runs in the National League a couple years ago. Get it. And it was supposed to be Acuna. But outside of that, the Chaz and maybe just some problem grabbing the superstar name. But the list itself wasn't bad. It was just the Chaz, the Jazz one. It's like everybody's like, okay, I don't have the superstar, but I got a lot of that second tier. I got that big second tier list, which I like. I got the next superstars, which I'm totally okay with. I can survive with that. It's just then you took a guy thrown in there and you're just like, if I'm not going to have the superstar that turns the needle, I need another one of those guys that's in that middle, that's like right there on the next going to become a superstar guy. Give me an Ellie De La Cruz. Give me a PCA. Give me a Riley Green that guys might not know, nationally. I'm okay. I can live with that. Spencer Torkelson. I can live with these guys and say, okay, this is that big next level of superstars that you're going to know about the next 3 years. And then you sit there in 2 years go, damn, that was a pretty damn good list of guys. But right now you're like, okay, all right.
Yeah. Look, the All-Star Game and the Home Run Derby is just a giant marketing ploy. That's what it is. You use that that opportunity to get out there in front of the entire world. So why not make it more interesting? Why not make the rivalries better? So first round of the Home Run Derby, we're going to do Judge versus Ohtani. Then we're going to do, if you can get these guys, of course, but it would be far more intriguing. I want to see Harper versus Trout. I want to see O'Neal Cruz versus Ellie De La Cruz. That's what I want to see, and that's how you bring eyeballs to the TV. Granted, the MLB All-Star Game is by far the best of the All-Star games, but I don't know if it's necessary anymore.